Welcome back to another zombie custom block tutorial. We're going to be going off of our previous video, the how to make a geo block or introduction to geo blocks. What we're going to be doing is a little bit more advanced, so we're not going to have like a full collision block, and we might even go into transmutations if we have enough time. So let's get to it. So we're here in bedrock, bedrock block bench. And what we're going to do is, since we already have our template set up, we can just easily go to bedrock block. Because all we're doing is making a geo. So I'm going to name mine. I'm going to make a zombie teddy bear. Zombie teddy bear. There we go. What this is, file name, that is, you're literally naming the file name. So, then model identifier, we'll just do the same thing. Now, per face and per block. I will show you an example what both of these are, but we're typically, I always use per face just because you get more customization with that. Now, if we find out our texture size is not big enough, we can always increase this later on, but I'm just going to do 32 by 32. Now, this 32 and 32 can be different than what your texture size is. You can actually take a like a 128 texture and then size it down to 32 by 32. All that does is just make the pixels more blockier, like bigger. But let's show you what the per box is. So we got the ally right here. If we click on his head, you see how it is literally a box. Like if I click and drag, it moves the whole thing. That is UV box. It is one. This is all one, and it's like pre-set up like this. Now a UV, what we're doing, a texture UV mode per face. That means we can click and drag each face. So per box means it's all one unit. This one you can kind of click and drag wherever you want and then resize them to whatever size you want. So you get more customization this way. So let's go in and make our bear. So if you guys don't want to watch me build this, you guys can skip ahead. I will have a little marker at the end of this me finishing up the bear, because I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but we'll get to it. So, and I'll kind of like tell you guys like maybe a couple tips and tricks. So what I'm first thing I'm going to do to create this block is going to add a bone, and then I'm just going to name it teddy bear. Then I'm going to put this cube inside of there. Yeah, that'll be a good head. Go in here, add another cube. Let's make our body. So, make it a little elongated. Yeah, that's a really small one. Yeah, that one should work. We'll make it a little bit bigger. I'm thinking the size. I'm probably going to make it small. Yeah, we'll do it like this. And then the head, we are going to, boom. Now, the way we can resize this is you can double click on here, and then it will change it to resize. See up here, you got your move, your resize, rotations, pivot tools. Pivot tools is where it's going to be rotated at. So like this right here, if we rotate this block, it's going to rotate from that pivot point in the center. Now, if I move that pivot to say right here, now when I rotate it, it's going to rotate from that pivot point. So I'm going to undo just by hitting Control Z. There we go. Now I'm going to resize this block because we want the head to be out a little bit. Not that much. Now when you pull this out, it does it like that. It does like big increments. If you want to do smaller increments, if you hit hold down Control, it will let you do smaller. If you hold down Control and Shift, you can get even more smaller. So I think I'm going to do 15. Yeah, it's looking good. 0.15. Then the more you use this, the better you're going to get with it. Okay. So now we need to add another cube. This is very similar to mob making. So if you plan on doing mobs, you're going to be doing this a lot. We'll make the little nose and the mouth. So, boom. I'm just doing a quick job here. So, boom. Yeah. Probably actually make it a little bit smaller than the body, like that. Yeah. And we'll lower it down. Maybe even smaller. We'll see how it looks. Probably about halfway there. Yeah, just looking like a bear. Now we need ears. So you can kind of see how it literally is like molding with clay, like you're building it. And then you got to texture it too. So that's probably good for an ear. Make it a little bit smaller. Do we want it this size? Yeah, I say that's looking pretty good. Now what's cool about this is you can click on that, hit Control C, then click on your bone so it's just like this, then V, and then you literally just copy this block. So now we can take it, move it to the other side. Alrighty then. So now we got to make some arms. There we go. Now we do need to rotate the arm just to make it look a little bit better. I mean, we could just have it down like this if we really wanted to. And then we don't want the arm that thick. Probably, that looks pretty good size. I mean, you're kind of eyed it up completely. Then we're going to rotate it by clicking this. Now there are hot links, as you can see. If we push R over here, if we push V, it goes to resize. So I mean, you can get used to those hot links. It says it right there, as you see, like resize S, pivot, push P, vertical snap X. This you can actually connect. You can snap cubes together. I've actually never really played with that too much, but it's probably really useful. So we need to rotate, but you see our pivot is way down there. I don't want that. So pivot tool, and then this kind of auto centers your pivot. Okay, so now I think I'm going to use the red. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. Now I need to resize this block. So as you can see, it's still really, really long. We want this to be a hand, so kind of like that. Then, now you see how now this is at an angle to move it so we can go down, up. Now we can either keep it like this or we can do global and then it goes back to normal. So you got local and then you got global. Depending on what you're trying to do is what's going to be easiest for you. So we want this probably to go a little bit below shoulder like that, maybe. Yeah. Pick it up on the rotation just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Control C. Then I'm going to paste that. Now, so that is 38. So if I just do positive 38, there we go. Now I got the same exact rotation, but on the opposite side. So all I literally did was just make the 38 from negative to positive. Now I'm just making sure they're at the same height, which they look pretty close. It's all about just taking your time. Looks like this one's a little bit. That looks good. Yeah, he's coming along. So now we need to make another. Now we need to make a foot. So boom. Okay, so that's a pretty good size foot. So we are going to make it look like he's sitting. So we're going to rotate it. I'm actually going to change it to local. See how now it goes pointing towards the same block? So I can go like this. Yeah. This is nothing that, I mean, Blockbench is really easy to use. It just takes to getting used to. There we go. I say it looks pretty good. Might want to rotate it just a little bit. Put that in the center. Yeah. Then okay. I'm actually thinking. Say that looks pretty good. And then we'll copy this one. And then this rotation for this one is minus 25. So then, oh, if we just do 25, that should give us a pretty good, at least really close to what we want. Nope, let me do global. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's starting to look good. This one has more of a gap there. There we go. Alright, he is almost done. Well, other than the texturing part. So we're going to add another cube here, because, you know, he needs some legs. So we'll go boom, boom, then boom, and then we'll do like that. And then we also know that this is minus 25, so we got that angle perfect. Minus 25, boom. Now let's line it up. So I think local, yep. So we need to make, that's the same, dope. There we go. I say that looks pretty good. We'll just copy that block, boom, and then we will do a 20, was that 20? Oh, that's the whole bear. So you got to make sure that, you see how this is selecting the whole bear right there? You got to make sure that's deselected when you're doing that. You got to just make sure it's only the block you're trying to edit. So then 25, there we go. We got the perfect rotation. Boom, line this up pretty good. You might struggle if you're trying to do the same exact design I'm doing. You might struggle a little bit for your first time. I've just done this quite a few times. There we go. It's not lined up perfect. I'm going to have to edit it. It's close though. I think I can live. Well, yeah, that little bit right there is going to bother me. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. So this height is 1.2. Cool. I'm going to go boom. Now I definitely have. Oh, need to switch to local. Oh, I'm on the teddy bear. That's why it's doing that. There we go. So there we go. So now, if I go boom, I'm kind of perfectionist a little bit. Then move. That looks way better. And then what was that height? 1.2. Yeah. So there's our teddy bear. Now it's time to texture him. I'm actually going to stop this video here, and then we're going to continue off in the next video and actually texturing him. This is going to be a really long video, and then I'm going to have a part 3 where it's just making the block. So thanks for watching. Like and share, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you got any questions, definitely ask me. Yeah, just shoot me a comment or find me on Discord. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.